For Bass.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. This year we mark the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. It is fitting that with this anniversary we look to the lives of the men and women who fought and died for our country. There wouldn't be many in our country, and especially in my home state of Tasmania, who would be unaware of the valour of ordinary seaman Edward "Teddy" Sheean. I've spoken here before on his extraordinary actions. Today I want to speak of the beloved son, brother and friend who lost his life at the tender age of 18. He is a hero, but the threads that reach back through the history to his valour and his loss are the memories of those who loved him. Who better to tell that story than those who knew him best? I'd like to share the words I received from June Hale, daughter of one of Teddy's elder sisters. June says, Edward "Teddy" Sheean was born in Barrington, Tasmania on the 28th of December 1923. He was one of 16 children born to James and Mary Sheean. Teddy and his brother Thomas, otherwise known as Mick, joined the Navy, while Bert, Fred, Bill and Albert, otherwise known as Janie, joined the Army. Two other brothers, Alan and Jim, were equally hard-working, staying behind to work the land. His sisters were Florence Shea, Amy Gillam, Ivy Hayes, Nell Ivory. 4 more children, younger than Teddy, did not survive. June says, Teddy's photo sat on our mantelpiece our entire lives. It never left. It was only taken down to dust, but was always put back in the same place. It remained there until the day his sister Ivy Hayes passed away, when it went with her to her final resting place. Ivy, along with her remaining brothers and sisters, was told Teddy would never receive a VC, so they just relished that he would have a submarine named in his honour. And so, on the 1st of May 1999, the HMAS Sheean was launched in Adelaide, and our mother, who was becoming quite frail by then, made it to the launching along with her only surviving brother Bert, and astounded everyone with her resilience at not only being able to make the trip, but addressed the crowd with a heart-rending speech, which not only stunned the gathering, but her family as well. Almost 3 years later, on the 23rd of February 2001, the HMAS Sheean was commissioned in Fremantle, along with the Collins-class submarine Deschanel, and once again Teddy's sister Ivy Hayes, now 90 years of age, managed the long flight to Perth in Western Australia. Ivy was a very humble lady and struggled with the title of commissioning lady because her younger brother Bert was by her side, but she was informed it had to be a woman to commission the submarine. And so, at the ripe old age of 90, with no notes nor practice, she delivered a speech straight from the heart that is still spoken about in naval circles. And when the HMAS Sheean made its inaugural trip into Devonport, Ivy stood on the banks of the Mersey River and watched it sail into port. She said she felt that Teddy had finally come home. June goes on that Teddy's mother was given an oak leaf when he was mentioned in dispatches, a tiny medal that our mother held in her hand, saying it didn't seem very much for someone who had given their life for their country. The painting, which now hangs in the Australian War Memorial in Canberra, was too painful for his family to view every day, but depicted the heroic deed of this young man. How would Teddy feel about all of this? Well, from what we know, he would be extremely humbled, unlike his siblings if only they had been around. They will be having one huge celebration at a deed well done. The fight began over 30 years ago to award Teddy a VC. Thank you, Gary Ivory and Guy Barnett, for your never-give-up attitude, your resilience when it appeared all hope was lost, and your true meaning of the HMAS Sheean motto, fight on. You have done yourselves and Teddy and his family proud. Mission accomplished. Thank you, June, for sharing your personal memories that help add to the story of Teddy's life. I am sure he could not have imagined how his story would play on almost 80 years later. The Victoria Cross awarded to Teddy rightfully bestows appropriate recognition of his acts of gallantry, lest we forget.